video we're going to talk about grinding espresso beans. And the first step in grinding espresso beans for your drinks is to ensure that you have fresh, whole espresso beans. And you can buy these at any coffee shop, you can buy them at most grocery stores, but the trick is to get beans that are as fresh as possible. So you don't want them to be sitting on the shelf very long. You don't want to buy 5 bags and leave them in your closet at home and wait to use them. You want to leave as little time between when the beans were roasted and when you actually use them. So I've got some espresso beans here, and these are whole beans. Never get them pre-ground. Always grind them almost instantly before you make your drink. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour these into the bean hopper at the top here. Just fill that up. The 3 things that can really destroy coffee beans are water or moisture, light, and time. So freshness, keep them in a cool, dry place, and keep them away from any kind of moisture or water sources. So the beans are now in the hopper at the top, and I want to make sure that my grind size is selected on the left side of the machine here. So I have a dial that lets me go from 1 all the way up to 16, and I like to keep mine at about 11. This is a variable that's going to come into play when you're making espresso drinks. If you create a good shot, it's going to have a combination of variables that all sort of meet in a perfect storm. And one of those factors is the grind size, or the fineness of the beans as they're ground. So once that's selected, we also want to make sure that the grind amount is selected. You can control this as you grind the beans, but essentially you want to fill up this basket, this portafilter basket, and have sort of a mound on the top that you can pack down. So I'm going to set this to about the middle of the range, and I'm going to press the portafilter into the machine, and that's going to activate a switch that will begin to grind the beans down into the portafilter basket. And you saw as I was doing that, I was shaking the basket a little bit. The goal is really to get the beans to be evenly spread out and evenly distributed within the portafilter. So we've got our mound on top here. I'm going to take 3 or 4 fingers and just kind of press those bean grinds down to help them to be evenly packed in the filter basket. And I'm just going to tap them down with my fingers, creating a nice level surface. I will brush away any excess grinds on the edge. Just brush them off. You can clean them up later. And that's about perfect. So as you feel the beans with your fingers, as you tap them down, pat them down, just get a sense of if they're even, if there are spots that don't have as much as others, and you can kind of move them around with your fingers to make sure that it's well filled. So that's the process of grinding espresso beans into the portafilter basket, and the next lesson is going to be about how to tamp them, or how to pack them down in the right way so that you'll get the perfect shot of espresso.